grew up, Indian authors stopped writing. Because this was an Indian book, I did not have high expectations, but I liked it very much. And it annoyed me to a certain extent because
just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it away. Tonight we gonna let it away. Tonight we gonna let it away. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it away.
my name is Siddharth and I welcome you to another fantastic episode of Reader's Vlog. And today in this first chapter review episode of 2020, we are going to feature the Treasure Syndicate by author JATIN. So without wasting any time, let us start this fantastic new year with fantastic book review with your fantastic host. O Lord of Wealth, your wife with thee shall give birth to a mortal child. He will be the first of the lineage of the Nidhi Palaks, the guardians of the treasure troves that will continue to exist and expand until the end of Kali Yuga. The hidden and dormant treasures of the world would attract a Nidhi Palak who will unearth it and use it for Lok Kalyan. And the universe will conspire and help him in this endeavor, Tathastu. These were the very words that were spoken by Lord Brahma to Lord Kuber, and thus was born Suta, the first of the lineage of the Nidhi Palaks, who reached the earth and created the first syndicate, a syndicate whose job was to unravel the mysterious treasures buried all across the earth. Now guys, coming to the cover and the paperback quickly, and on the cover we can see a nice blend of yellow, dark brown and black color. We can see the 5 members of the syndicate with their digging tools ready to go for the treasure. Also we can see a secret symbol. I shall not tell you, you have to read the book to know what it is about. And speaking of the paperback, the Vishwakarma publishers have done a super job in bringing out an excellent quality paperback. The MRP of the book printed at the back is Rs 325, but the price that is available on Amazon as well as Kindle is around 289 the last time I checked. The book length is around 260 pages, but once you start reading it, you will feel as if it is just a 100-page book. You will finish it in no time. Coming to the plot, and Acharya Agnihotri is a direct bloodline of Suta, and as a Nidhi Palak, he possesses the tremendous power of being attracted to the secret burial sites of treasures. The story begins from such a burial site in an old house in Patthar Gali, on reaching where the Acharya suffers a seizure. But Acharya knows that it is just not a seizure, it is a confirmatory signal of the presence of the treasure below his feet. Now all he has to do is to organize a fresh syndicate of 5 members including himself and direct it to unravel the treasure. And soon he finds his 5 men. Dr. Mahesh, his nephew and the financer of the mission, Shrikant, who just looks like his son, Jabbar, the kin of a legendary family of diggers, Kumar, an ordinary auto driver with an extraordinary luck. Now easy to imagine that task is not that easy because the syndicate has to abide by strict rules while approaching the treasure, or it can lead to catastrophic consequences for them. Catastrophic consequences like death, as what happened to Acharya's son. But it is just not the external dangers that the syndicate must face, it is the internal disbelief and mistrust that poses the biggest obstacle to their mission. So, will Acharya and his syndicate be able to unearth the treasure, or will Acharya lose again and Kali Yuga shall win? To find out, read this epic tale of treasure hunt that you might have never read before in your lifetime. Now guys, coming to the writing style, and honestly speaking, initially I wasn't very excited to read this book. I don't know, for some strange unknown reason, but the moment I picked up the book and started reading the first chapter, I was immediately and completely soaked up in the storyline. Now the author of this book is supposed to be a software architect, but while reading you will feel as if it has been written by a seasoned author. The vivid description of each and every character, the mythological background, the rules and ordeals of digging a treasure sets this book a class apart. And as the characters move closer and closer to the treasure, I as a reader move closer and closer to the real treasure that only the people who are watching this vlog can understand, that is the joy of reading. Now guys, before coming to my verdict of the book, let me just tell you something straight from my heart. Almost an year ago, when I had not started this channel, I used to watch some YouTube videos of book reviews by Indian vloggers, and there was a common thing which was said in most of them, something like, you know, Indian authors grew up, Indian authors stopped writing. Because this was an Indian book, I did not have high expectations, but I liked it very much. And it annoyed me to a certain extent, because the kind of books which I was reading, I mean, I used to love them thoroughly. I almost switched a year ago from Western reading to Indian reading. If almost a year ago there were 9 books out of 10 I was reading of Western authors, today the scenario is almost different. So I was very much annoyed, and I thought, okay, fine, why these people are trying to bring a bad name to the Indian authors, being Indian reviewers. So I thought that perhaps the kind of books which they are reviewing of big names like Chetan Bhagat, Sudeep Nagarkar, Durojoy Datta, personally speaking, big names but no games, because I have read their books too. So the purpose of my starting this channel was to bring out those books by authors which perhaps do not have a very big name right now, but are going to have definitely in certain future, so that the readers can enjoy and can look out for them and can just forget the notion that Indian authors are in any comparison inferior to the Western authors. And after almost an year of the Readers Vlog channel, I am very proud of myself that I made this channel, and I am very proud that I happen to be an Indian reader. I mean, a reader who read Indian books, and Treasure Syndicate is one of such books which makes me feel proud as an Indian, because the kind of storytelling what JATIN KUBERKAR has done is something uncomparable. So friends, I hope that you liked the video, and if you did, then please do not forget to hit the like button. Also, if you're new to the channel, then don't go without subscribing. So I'll see you in some other fantastic video with some other fantastic book review. Till then, keep reading, because reading is awesome. And if you happen to come to Jaipur, do visit this place. It is Statue Circle, located in C Scheme. So padharo mare desh. See you.
क्या बात है